In this video, we're going to be taking a look at predicate adjectives and predicate nominatives, and you do need to have your writing journal and also your practice companion book out. So let's take a look at what a predicate adjective is. First of all, it's an adjective in the predicate of a sentence that describes the subject. So we can see, for example, in this sentence, Kwan's new car was big and fast. So the subject was car, and the adjectives describing the car was big and fast. It's after the linking verb, so it's in the predicate, so describing the car. Now let's take a look at some other sentences here with predicate adjectives. So the winning team was, we're going to say, better than the other team. So we can see better is the adjective describing the subject, which is team. That's the predicate adjective. Next one, prices at the mall are cheap. So we can see that cheap is in the predicate of the sentence, and it's describing the subject of the sentence, which is prices. Okay, so cheap prices. So that would be an example of a predicate adjective. Now let's take a look at predicate nominatives, and I want you to write down the definition of this in your writing journal. Predicate nominative is a noun or pronoun in the predicate that renames or identifies the subject of a sentence. Okay, so we can see an example here. Janice is a lawyer. Okay, so what it's doing here, it either renames or identifies the subject of the sentence. So lawyer is identifying what Janice is. All right, so for the next one, we can see my favorite athlete is him. You can see that would be the predicate nominative, and the main actress in the movie was, we'll say, the waitress. So it is important just to remember, on a side note here, that nouns are people, places, and things, and it also helps to identify the subject first when you're trying to find or create the predicate nominative. So let's turn your practice companion books to page 87, and we'll continue to look at predicate adjectives and predicate nominatives. So let's take a look at the directions for numbers 1 through 12. It says underline the predicate adjectives or predicate nominatives in the following sentences. After each sentence, write PA for predicate adjective or PN for predicate nominative. So we can see for number 1, it says last Saturday was sunny and warm. So we are underlining sunny and warm, and we can see that, remember, the predicate adjectives is an adjective in the predicate that describes the subject of a sentence. So Saturday is the subject, sunny and warmed is describing Saturday, so that would be predicate adjective, so PA there. Number 2, it says our parents seemed anxious to go to the market, so parents is the subject, anxious is the adjective, so that would be the predicate adjective. Now for number 3, it says Jacob Hillier is a farmer from the neighboring town. So remember, a predicate nominative is a noun or pronoun in the predicate that renames or identifies the subject. So we know Jacob Hillier is the subject, and farmer, that is renaming, or I'm sorry, identifying what Jacob Hillier is. So that would be a predicate nominative. And what I want you to do is complete numbers 4 through 12 all by yourself. And when you're finished, we can press play. I will have the answers for you. So pause the video now. Okay, so let's take a look at numbers 4 through 12. We can see number 4, convenient and interesting is a predicate adjective. Number 5 is guard, predicate nominative. Number 6, fresh and colorful, predicate adjective. Number 7, chef, predicate nominative. Number 8, experts, predicate nominative. Number 9, selective and particular, predicate adjective. Number 10, fun and worthwhile, predicate adjective. Number 11, determined and efficient, predicate adjective. And finally, number 12, actor and writer, predicate nominative. So this concludes the video on predicate adjectives and predicate nominatives. If you have any questions about this concept, please come and see me.